that's considered legendary.
And yeah, obviously there's people like if YouTube, a subreddit, all the people there share the same ideas that you do. So obviously you can network with a different bunch of people, which is something that we're starting to do now through Reddit. And I'm gonna try to get in touch with some other podcasters, maybe get on a podcast or two, get them to come to ours and talk with us about like what they do. Um, and obviously learning from them, like getting quote unquote like mentors, and learning from them. I mean, I know people really don't like Tai Lopez, but the one thing that I ever learned from this dude is, besides he has his car in his garage every once in a while.
Yeah, that's all you see on YouTube. The
Yeah.
ads. Just him, oh, I got these 8 Ferraris in my garage.
Yeah, but besides that, the one thing that I did take from it is finding mentors. Obviously, you have to learn from people that know a lot more than you do, and then obviously sharing that information with others, like we're doing now. And that's obviously just being like a student of your industry. That's something else I learned. Like obviously we're on YouTube. I'm still learning a ton about YouTube every day. I think it's very important to keep on top of whatever you're doing, whether it be like for us like editing videos or intros and stuff like that. Um, just learning all the kinks and little things you can do to make stuff better.
Yeah, I mean, like as we said before, you learn from trial and error, so you just pretty much learn while you're going. I mean, like there's ways to learn how to do stuff before it, but like you're not gonna learn everything like 100% just by watching videos or reading articles or reading books or whatever. You're gonna have to try it out and learn from failure. I guess that's a big thing too. To like not look at failure as something that should like knock you down or make you want to quit whatever you're doing. Look at it as something positive and like something to learn from, so you can learn how to like change the way you go at something, and maybe you'll succeed more with it next time.
Yeah, it's a huge thing. I feel like not even just this generation, just people in general look at failure as like a negative. I feel like failing is kind of a positive thing as long as you keep going forward, learning from your mistakes. I mean, obviously, like if you've had a history class, you've learned like what people have done wrong in history, and obviously we don't make those mistakes as much anymore. It's just learning from your failures, stuff like that. I mean, I would say younger in life, like maybe like in high school and stuff like that, I always looked at failure as a negative kind of, and it's definitely held me back a lot. But like once you change your mindset a little bit and seeing like that you can actually learn from this stuff and keep going, that a setback really isn't a setback in the end. It really just helps you with your progression.
Yeah, that's one thing. Like people always say like a setback's like a new beginning or whatever, something, or failure's a new beginning, something like that. So just think of it that way instead of thinking it as something that's gonna completely throw you off and like end your business or end whatever you're going after. Like it's just a new beginning for you and a way to try things out differently so you succeed next time and learn from it.
Yeah. Most people, I don't know if you guys have ever seen like the diagram. People like it says how people think success looks, and it's just like a straight line.
Yeah.
And it says how really success looks, and there's like a fire pit, like a volcano,
Yeah,
and
you
like
have to cross a bunch of different obstacles
yeah,
to get to.
that's what life is just hopping over obstacles and stuff like that. Just trying to get to your end goal. Obviously, if you have a plan, you know where you want to be. You just have to figure out a way to get there and deal with the problems when they arise.
Patience is a big thing too. Like that's one thing that people don't have these days either. They think just because they see people like randomly blow up, like there is those things where people aren't don't really have to work hard for things. Like they put those dumb things online and just go viral in one day, and like people think that's gonna happen for everybody, but it doesn't. Like you're gonna have to work hard, and you're gonna have to work hard and like fight for years to really get to where you want to be like be very, very successful, to where you're making a ton of money and where you're happy with where you're at in life. But like most people, like we watch these videos on YouTube about this guy that does affiliate marketing, and he said that his first year in business that he didn't make any profit at all. Like he just made enough money to like break even, I guess, on his expenses. And then he said, I think he's like 3 years into it, or a little more than 3 years into it now, and he's making over like 6 figures a month off of his profits from affiliate marketing. So he's like a millionaire entrepreneur now, and he can like get anything he wants, and he's like living his best life. So I mean, he just like kept at it, even though he didn't make anything the first year and didn't really like, it didn't profit at all, and didn't know what he was doing with it. He learned from the first year and just kept pushing forward to the point where he's now making as much money as he can. I mean, he's making millions of dollars, and he's living his best life by going out and traveling around the world and buying whatever he wants, and like hanging out with his friends and doing whatever he wants and living his best life. So I mean, like, we learn a lot from those stories, just all kind of different people just fighting for years and years, and then they finally make it. Like Logic, like we said before, like it took him a long time to get to where he is now. Like it's been, I think, at least, I mean, don't quote me on this, but I want to say like 6 or 7 years since he dropped his first mixtape, and just now he's becoming like a star around the world. And it's just mainly from his last album and from that 1-800 song, the Suicide Hotline song. So like, I mean, like, he did blow up off of one song, but it took him years and years to get to where he was, to be able to make that song and to be able to release it to the public and have it go viral like it did. So I mean, like, it takes years, like, depending on what you do. It could take some people longer, it takes some people not as long, but I mean, you have to be patient.
Yeah, I mean, you probably, people are probably just thinking like, oh, we're talking about like hugely famous people. I mean, all famous people started somewhere. Like in one of Logic's songs, he said he left home at 17. I couldn't imagine leaving my house at 17 and like going on my own. I don't know where I'd be right now if that happened. But yeah, I mean, everybody starts somewhere. That's like what people say. Obviously, I mean, we're not very far in our journey. You're like along for the ride with us. We're learning along the way, just like everybody else is, and trying to grow our brand. But I think it is very important just to know where you're starting from and knowing where you want to go and making a plan on how to get there. I think that's like one of the most important things.
Yeah, and don't another thing, like, don't pressure yourself into thinking that that you're always gonna have to like have something figured out when you're done with high school or whatever, you're done with college. Like, it's not, I mean, like, it's not gonna be the end of the world if you're not making like $100,000 a year on a first job or anything. You're not able to pay off your loans right away. I mean, because if you think that way, you're gonna put too much pressure on yourself, and then you're just gonna be stressed out and depressed and stuff all the time. So I mean, just like go with it, and I mean, just use the ideas that you have. And I mean, if you find a good job right away, then just keep rolling with it. If it's something that you like to do, just keep rolling with it and just take it as it goes and see where it takes you.
Yeah, on another point on that, actually I have like 2 points. This is a little bit off topic. It has to do more with sports, but it also has to do with pressure. Today, Joel Embiid said he's going to be the MVP of 2019 season, 2018-19 season for the NBA.
Trust the process.
Yeah, trust the process. Shout out Philly. But he said that, and he said he did it. He tweeted at ESPN that he was going to do it to put pressure on himself so he could like push himself. So I think pressure can sometimes be used as like a good thing.
Yeah, they always say that the one quote, "Pressure makes diamonds."
Yeah, pressure does make diamonds.
But,
it's a fact.
Yeah.
But I think it is important sometimes to pressure yourself, because I know like I still do have like trouble with like public speaking, and like I'm used to be like socially awkward. I still kind of am, but just kind of like putting myself out there when I was like in speech classes and like college and stuff like that, I used to get super nervous. But like once you put that pressure on yourself to do something and like hold yourself accountable to do something, you're gonna see results.
shit that's considered